It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's...
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. In motion right is Addison. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 52 yards. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski, the former national champion at Clemson, bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive. Possible spot.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Kene Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, 46 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
You're set.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Again, Elder partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give left side for Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. is on the punt return. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. But it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And bulldozing his way through. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
To throw is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Powell on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Flushed out right. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. Now a second and 10. Running right, Jones. Spinning past him, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Off play action, McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison from 10 yards out. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cleveland offense making their way out. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Powell. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. McCarthy lets it fly for Thielen. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 53 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Watson looks to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? And he'll be out right at... They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman... Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25, Jerry Jeudy, touchdown! Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A nice gain of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design,
They go play action here on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him. Don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Shrugs him off. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Throwing, Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Off play action. McCarthy escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Browns signal for for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, Winston. And he rifles one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Play fake. Winston. He lets this one toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now out comes Minnesota. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.